Hello viewers, myself R.P. Srivastava here with a new topic in economics, the Walrasian General Equilibrium Model. Before this, I have loaded one more lecture about general equilibrium theory, and now the lecture is the Walrasian General Equilibrium Model. Having basic idea about general equilibrium theory, now I am going to analyze the Walrasian General Equilibrium Model. So let us discuss what is the Walrasian General Equilibrium Model. So let us start with introduction. Since general equilibrium analysis covers the interrelationships of all parts of the economy, it is extremely complex, and it is mathematics which provides a more convenient language for the analysis of a system of simultaneous relations. There are two principal variants of this analysis, that is general equilibrium analysis, and the first one is Walrasian general equilibrium analysis, and second is input-output analysis given by Professor Leontief. The original Walrasian model of general equilibrium has been improved upon by many economists. This model of general equilibrium, a mathematical model, as a system of simultaneous equations in which all prices and quantities are uniquely determined, is known as the classical approach to the problem of general equilibrium. Its neoclassical version is the excess demand approach. So, in brief, if we discuss the first variant of general equilibrium analysis, that is Walrasian general equilibrium model, is of two variants. First is neoclassical approach, and second neoclassical version, that is excess demand approach. In this slide, I will discuss the conditions of equilibrium under Walrasian general equilibrium model. The condition characterize the equilibrium in a perfectly competitive economy are those in which set of prices in all input and output markets is such that first, the supply and demand schedules of all consumers and all firms in every market are satisfied, and second, all markets are cleared. So we find the set of prices that satisfy these conditions by doing the following. First, we express this equilibrium as set of equations, and second, we solve these equations for the set of prices, quantities bought and sold, and that will simultaneously satisfy all of them. So, various equations are there, or various simultaneous equations are there that decides the equilibrium situation under Walrasian general equilibrium model. Let us analyze it in elaborative way. Suppose large number of consumers having endowment of two primary inputs, that is labor L and land R, in economy large number of M firms and producing two outputs Q1 and Q2 with the existing production function. Here we are supposing that only two inputs are there, labor and land, and M firms that is producing Q1 and Q2 output with a given or existing production function. The profits of M firms are divided among all end consumers according to some fixed proposition. Here, total number of consumers N on the basis of full knowledge of consumer preference, initial endowments of inputs and production function of output and share of profit, we construct supply schedule. So all these things, that is consumer preference, what is the initial endowment of inputs in the hands of producers with given production function, and what part of profit they share with, we are in position to formulate supply schedule. Then similarly we construct schedule for both outputs Q1 and Q2 as functions of all inputs and output prices. Now for the four market clearing conditions are: LS is equal to LD, RS is equal to RD, Q1S is equal to Q1D, and Q2S is equal to Q2D. So the market clearing such a situation will be possible when demand of land will equal to supply of land, supply of labor is equal to demand of labor, the first quantity in supply is equal to its demand, and second quantity or commodity in supply is equal to its demand. Let us continue with the analysis. In order to complete our model, introduce money into our economy as unit of account. Here, before this slide, we have discussed that what are the equations that should be solved to have the Walrasian general equilibrium situation. But we introduce here the concept of money as a unit of account. We have now a set of simultaneous equations that describes equilibrium in our system. And mathematically, to solve for the numerical values of any number of unknowns, we need precisely the same number of independent equations. What I am here going to say that if two unknowns are there, two simultaneous equations are required to have the value or the solution of the two unknowns, and in same way the number of simultaneous equations required must be equal to number of unknowns, and in that situation only we are in position to have the solution or the value of unknowns. It is a mathematical proposition, and it seems that the number of total equations exceed the total number of unknown by 1. And this problem is just apparent since only 3 of 4 market clearing equations are independent. Here 4 equations are there, but if we see internally, we find that only 3 equations or 3 of 4 market clearing equations are independent, and fourth one is related in one way or another way with the previous 3 equations. Now the conclusion part of Walrasian general equilibrium analysis. The Walrasian model of general equilibrium is a grand attempt to understand the functioning of economy as a whole. However, this is an refinement of various earlier discussions, but no doubt it is the first most systematic attempt to have the study of general equilibrium analysis and to find the value of unknowns where large number of variants are there, and the picture itself is very complex, but having in our hand the mathematics or the possibility to use the mathematical tool to find the value of unknowns. So the Walrasian model of general equilibrium is a grand attempt. In general, it assumes perfect competition in both commodity and factor markets and perfect mobility of the factors of production. However, in this complex scenario, various assumptions or possibility that be in our hand so that we can conclude or we can analyze the value of unknowns. Also, the tests and incomes of consumers are assumed to be given and constant, as also the techniques of production. Here, not only the perfect competition in the market, perfect mobility of factors of production, but test, preference, income, and techniques of production is also remains the same or in a constant way. Also, supply and demand functions are homogeneous of degree 0 in all prices, implying that the set of prices can be normalized by selecting one output or input as numerary and measuring all prices relative to it. And lastly, it is an static model and fairly abstract in structure. As in general equilibrium analysis, or rather say here Walrasian general equilibrium analysis, complex pictures appears before us, and in this to have the dynamic perspective is quite a difficult task, and that's why it is an static model and fairly abstract in structure. So, Walrasian general equilibrium analysis is a refinement of previous theories of general equilibrium analysis, and this is the most systematic attempt to have the idea of general equilibrium analysis.